Thank you, Shillong, for your love and support for the past 15 years of our services. We are now upgraded to Blue Square Showroom. Come join the Blue Brotherhood.
James PK Sangma Badar Tharu Menteri Hakasarkar Jylla ula Shim yak jingkit clear nakamta ban mi chakmat ban thau yikilat kilinti kumno ban la hagaban pynneh ya ukba uba karta ga jong tunashu yakin Ri hajar ligi snem padon hagi banta jong kri lum garo habede barkani James ula lek ban plong tak jing toket ba ban ti pinya sapang uni ukba ula mi pha hagi banta jong kasnong Sodal para kabadona po West Garo Hills District nagamta ban pynneh ba ban tingka ya uni kuba la shimru ya ga jingi trailang bat ka nesfas ne ka ELP Foundation khnang ba na ha ga man pimi khambon panyo pat ban sam sigi para nong rep ba kinya rep ya riang biang sa sin ya kum uni ujat ka ba wala banana bat balarim tam ha ga dong ka than jongkri lum garo habide bat kani nakaliang James loban chakmat ban kintu bat weri ki pa nong rep ban chim khia ban stang ban thung no dong ni sambai da ga ba ulo pen pau artat ba ka nuksa bau khau ba ki pai ba ki penon kam ha ga Jylla ubabun ude ubawan na po ga Jylla Andhra Pradesh kabakta bhaya ka yarong tingka jong ka sarkar bat lada la pat ban rep rinti bek da kum uni ujat ka ba lesi kan wanra ya ka jingyo nong ka bisikat dei ya ka Jylla hi Kway nalor ba uday artan ujat kiba ubala ban pinki ya ka kamay ka kaji ne ya kayo ka kot kipat ba nong rep jong ni ga dong ka
So today we've had a launch of the rice-centric community seed bank, which we have partnered with NESFAS, which is the Slow Food Agro-Biodiversity Society, and along with the ELP Foundation. So this is a start of a rice-centric community seed bank specifically in the village Sadopara. And the reason why I think that Sadopara is important today is because of the fact that as per a documentary film which was made in the year 2003 by a very famous noted filmmaker Meera Nair, it was very clearly documented that there exists a 6,000-year-old rice variety which would date it back to even one of the oldest human civilizations, which is the Sumerian civilization. So to have that kind of a rice which has such historical significance, we felt that it will be very meaningful to have a rice-centric seed bank here in Sadopara, with a bid to preserve the seeds physically, and also along with the traditional knowledge that goes along these seed varieties, these rice varieties. And we believe that this being a community seed bank, it is something that NESFAS will collaborate with the community, and community will be active stakeholders. They will be the ones who will be eventually running this seed bank, and by this we hope that we will be able to preserve. There are presently 17 varieties, we were told, present here in the village of Sadopara, rice varieties, and many other millet varieties as well, but rice specifically 17, out of which 7 unfortunately have slowly disappeared over the years. However, the effort will be there to find out from neighboring villages these varieties, so that we will be able to bring those that have been lost here, and we'll be able to have all 17 here in the seed bank. The effort is also on to explore other villages. Maybe they may be having other varieties as well. So bring all of them together to preserve, protect the physical seed. This is a well documented fact, and it was the process of a research done by a documentary filmmaker, as I was saying, Mira Nair, in the year 2003. So they have based it on certain scientific research that they have done, and it is something that has, over the years, I don't think there are any other such varieties in the world except I think maybe one that is in China, which was recently, I think 2 or 3 years recently discovered. So this is based on scientific research done, and way back in the early 2000s, and very well documented by this documentary filmmaker, Miss Mira Nair. We all know that the world is slowly inching towards GM, and there is very, very, for obvious reasons, stiff resistance against genetically modified seed varieties. Along with that, if you look at how climate change is coming and has, changed weather patterns, and it is a much tougher environment now for any kind of agricultural species to thrive in. These are species which have survived over thousands of years, which make them very climate resilient. And I think that rather than going for GM crops, I think the effort should be to go back to our roots, because the answers all lie in our roots, in these indigenous species of rice, which have survived over more than 6,000 years. So that credit has to be given to these crops, these varieties, which points to the fact that they are climate resilient.
Okay. As per the recent UN forum also, they have recognized this indigenous food system is one way or the game-changing solution for the climate thing that is happening right now. So the crops that Sir is talking about, they are climate resilient. We have like rice varieties, different varieties. We have millet. Millet by itself is climate resilient crop. Now the world is coming back to back. So therefore in this kind of initiative that we are trying to promote is to preserve and promote these local varieties which are climate resilient, which are adapted to the local situation. So this is what we are trying to do through this initiative.